Hey, you see that big old cloud of smoke coming from your car every time you start it up? Don't you go dismissing that as just condensation. That, my friend, could be your engine crying out for help. We're talking about serious issues here, folks. Problems that could cost you a whole lot of money if you don't catch them early. I'm talking about the kind of trouble that'll leave you stranded on the side of the road with steam pouring out from under the hood, wondering what the heck happened. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 sneaky culprits that could be causing your car to smoke like a chimney. And trust me, you don't want to ignore these warning signs. We're talking blown head gaskets, leaky transmissions, the whole 9 yards. Stick around because I'm about to reveal the real deal on car trouble. And you're going to want to know how to spot these problems before they turn into a mechanic's dream come true. Now, let's get this show on the road. Alright folks, let's talk about the first reason your car might be smoking like a disco fog machine. A coolant leak. It's one of those issues that can sneak up on you and cause a whole lot of trouble if you're not paying attention. Now, coolant, or antifreeze as some of you might call it, is what keeps your engine from overheating. It's like the lifeblood of your car's cooling system, ensuring everything runs smoothly and at the right temperature. But when you've got a leak, that coolant can sneak into places it shouldn't be, like your engine cylinders. This is where things start to get messy and problematic. And guess what happens when coolant mixes with the fire in your engine? It's not a pretty sight, folks. You got it. Thick, white smoke billowing out your tailpipe. This is a clear sign that something is seriously wrong under the hood. Now, a coolant leak can be caused by a bunch of different things, but one of the most common culprits is a blown head gasket. This little component plays a big role in keeping your engine running smoothly. See, your head gasket is this crucial seal that sits between your engine block and the cylinder head. It ensures that the coolant and oil stay where they belong, preventing any unwanted mixing. It's like the bouncer at a nightclub, making sure the coolant stays in its designated area and doesn't crash the combustion party. Without it, things can get out of control pretty quickly. But when that gasket blows, well, it's like letting everyone into the club for free, and chaos ensues. Your engine's performance takes a nosedive, and you're left with a big mess to clean up. Coolant leaks can also be caused by a cracked engine block, which is basically the engine's worst nightmare. This kind of damage is severe, and can lead to even more costly repairs. That's like finding out the foundation of your house is crumbling. It's bad news, bears. The structural integrity of your engine is compromised, and that's a serious issue. Now, how do you know if you've got a coolant leak? It's not always immediately obvious, but there are some signs you can look out for. Well, keep an eye out for a few telltale signs. Regularly checking your coolant levels can help you catch a leak early before it causes major damage. First off, you might notice your coolant level dropping faster than usual. This is a red flag that something is amiss. You might also see some green or orange fluid under your car, and that's not Mountain Dew, folks. It's a clear indicator of a leak, and of course there's the white smoke, which might have a sweet smell to it. This is a classic symptom of coolant burning in the engine. If you suspect a coolant leak, don't mess around. It's not something you can afford to ignore. Get that car to a mechanic faster than a squirrel makes off with a nut. The sooner you address the issue, the better. Trust me, ignoring a coolant leak is like ignoring a toothache. It's only going to get worse and more expensive to fix down the line, so take action and save yourself from a bigger headache later. Now, before you panic and start thinking you need a new engine, let's talk about another reason your car might be blowing white smoke: condensation. That's right, good old-fashioned water vapor. See, when your engine heats up, it creates condensation. Just like when you take a hot shower and your bathroom mirror fogs up. Now, a little bit of white smoke on startup, especially on a cold or humid day, is totally normal. It's just the condensation burning off, no biggie. But here's the catch. If that white smoke sticks around after your engine has warmed up, or if it's super thick and billowing out like a smoke signal, then you might have a bigger problem on your hands. It could mean there's excessive moisture in your exhaust system, which could be a sign of a leak somewhere. Think of it like this. Your exhaust system is like the plumbing in your house. It's supposed to be a closed system, carrying away all the nasty byproducts of combustion. But if there's a leak somewhere, water can get in, just like a leaky pipe under your sink. Now, finding an exhaust leak can be tricky because it could be anywhere along the system, from the exhaust manifold all the way to the tailpipe. That's why it's best to let a mechanic with a trained eye and some fancy equipment give your car a thorough checkup. Remember, a little condensation is normal. But if that white smoke is hanging around longer than your in-laws after the holidays, then it's time to investigate. Alright, let's move on to culprit number 3, and this one's a real engine killer if you don't address it. A faulty fuel injector. Now, your fuel injectors are like the chefs of your engine, carefully measuring out the perfect amount of fuel to mix with the air for combustion. But when an injector goes bad, it can throw off that delicate balance, and you end up with a rich fuel mixture. That means too much fuel, not enough air. And guess what one of the side effects of a rich fuel mixture is? You guessed it, white smoke. Now, a faulty fuel injector can cause all sorts of problems from rough idling to poor fuel economy. But that white smoke is a surefire sign that something's amiss with your fuel system. Here's the thing about fuel injectors. They're not meant to last forever. Over time, they can get clogged up with dirt and debris, or the electrical components can start to wear out. And when they do, it's like trying to cook a gourmet meal with a rusty old spatula. You're not going to get the results you want. Now, replacing a fuel injector isn't exactly cheap, but trust me, it's a whole lot cheaper than ignoring the problem and risking serious engine damage. So if you notice white smoke, especially if it's accompanied by a strong fuel smell, don't hesitate to get your fuel system checked out by a professional. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this next culprit is a sneaky one, a transmission fluid leak. It's one of those issues that can creep up on you when you least expect it. You might be thinking, transmission fluid? What's that got to do with white smoke? Well, it's more connected than you might think. Well, let me tell you, it's got everything to do with it. Transmission fluid is crucial for the smooth operation of your vehicle. See, your transmission fluid is like the lifeblood of your transmission, keeping all those gears spinning smoothly. Without it, your car would be in big trouble. But when that fluid finds its way into the wrong place, like your engine, it can cause all sorts of mayhem. It's like a bad guest at a party, causing chaos wherever it goes. One way transmission fluid can sneak into your engine is through a faulty vacuum modulator. This small component can cause big problems if it fails. This little gizmo is responsible for regulating the pressure in your automatic transmission. When it works, everything runs smoothly. But when it goes bad, it can create a vacuum that sucks transmission fluid into your engine, where it mixes with the oil and creates a nasty, milky-looking concoction. This mixture is a recipe for disaster. And guess what happens when that milky concoction gets burned up in your engine? You get a cloud of white smoke that can be quite alarming. You guessed it, white smoke. It's a telltale sign that something is seriously wrong under the hood. Now, a transmission fluid leak is bad news for a couple of reasons. It's not just about the smoke, it's about the health of your car. First off, it means your transmission is losing fluid, which can lead to serious transmission damage if not addressed. This can be costly to repair. And second, that milky concoction in your engine isn't doing your engine any favors either. It can lead to engine damage and reduced performance. So how do you know if you've got a transmission fluid leak? There are a few signs to watch out for. Well, keep an eye out for a few things. Your car might be trying to tell you something. First off, you might notice your transmission fluid level dropping. This is a clear indicator that something is amiss. You might also see some red fluid under your car, and no, that's not cherry Kool-Aid, it's a sign of a leak. And of course there's the white smoke, which might have a sweet burnt smell to it. This is a major red flag. If you suspect a transmission fluid leak, don't mess around. This is not something to ignore. Get that car to a mechanic faster than a cheetah chasing a gazelle. Your car's health depends on it. Alright, folks. Let's talk about the last reason your car might be smoking like a barbecue pit. Worn piston rings. This is one of those issues that can sneak up on you if you're not paying close attention to your vehicle's performance. Now, your piston rings are these metal rings that fit around your pistons, creating a seal between the pistons and the cylinder walls. They play a crucial role in your engine's overall health and efficiency. These rings are vital for keeping oil from sneaking into the combustion chamber and for maintaining proper compression. Without them, your engine wouldn't be able to function properly. But over time, those piston rings can wear down, just like the tread on your tires. This wear and tear is a natural part of your car's aging process, but it can lead to significant issues if not addressed. And when they do, it's like trying to seal a leaky faucet with a worn-out washer. It's not going to work. The seal becomes less effective, leading to a host of problems. Oil can start to slip past those worn rings and into the combustion chamber, where it burns along with the fuel and air. This not only reduces your engine's efficiency but also causes visible smoke. And guess what one of the byproducts of burning oil is? You guessed it, white smoke. This is a telltale sign that something is seriously wrong under the hood. Now, worn piston rings are a serious problem because they can lead to a loss of compression, which can sap your engine's power and fuel economy. This means your car won't perform as well as it should, and if you ignore the problem for too long, it can eventually lead to catastrophic engine failure. This is the last thing any car owner wants to deal with. So, how do you know if you've got worn piston rings? There are a few signs to watch out for. Well, aside from the white smoke, you might also notice your car burning oil like it's going out of style. This is a clear indicator that oil is leaking where it shouldn't be. You might also see blue smoke coming out of your tailpipe, especially when you accelerate or decelerate. This blue smoke is another sign that oil is being burned in the combustion chamber, and your engine might start sounding like a diesel engine, even if you drive a gasoline car. This unusual noise is due to the loss of compression and the engine working harder than it should. If you suspect you've got worn piston rings, it's time to face the music. Ignoring the problem will only make it worse and more expensive to fix in the long run. This is a major repair that will likely involve rebuilding or replacing your engine, so be prepared to shell out some serious cash. It's a significant investment but necessary for your car's longevity. But trust me, it's better to bite the bullet and fix the problem now than to risk totaling your car by driving it with worn piston rings. Taking care of this issue promptly can save you a lot of headaches and money down the road. So there you have it, folks. 5 common reasons your car might be smoking like a wannabe influencer at a vape convention. Remember, a little puff of white smoke on a cold day might not be a big deal, but if you see thick, persistent smoke, or if it's accompanied by other symptoms like overheating, loss of power, or strange noises, don't ignore it. Get that car to a trusted mechanic and have them check it out before a small problem turns into a major headache. And don't forget, regular maintenance is the key to keeping your car running smoothly for years to come. Change your oil, check your fluids, and give your car a little TLC, and it'll reward you with miles of trouble-free driving. And remember folks, stay safe out there on the roads and keep those engines humming.